Hey, I'm Kay, just a girl making ridiculously crazy builds in The Sims. Come check them out.
Welcome back to Sulani, where I have made a new save file so that I could build a pirate ship in the same spot that I built the Titanic. So let's take a look. I should clarify, I didn't build the Titanic, I built a mini Titanic, a version of it. And same with this, I built a version of the Black Pearl. Obviously it's brown. That's because the bow of the boat here determined that for me. It only comes in that color, so I just made the whole ship brown. But the idea of it is from an image of the Black Pearl. So it's kind of close, sort of, maybe. Regardless, we're going to take a tour of it, and then I'm going to do an overview of the floor plans, and then we're going to show you that everything totally works. Due to time constraints in my life right now, I'm just going to play music for a chunk of it, and then I'll come on later on and bug you with my vocals. So now that the walkthrough is done, we're going to go and do a full overview of the floor plan of this ship. I'm going to get into detail and talk to you about it. So if you don't care, move along. If you do care, stick around. It'll be fun. Anyway, the bow of the boat is piece from Get Famous, if you are not aware of that yet. Anyways, the top floor is the master suite. So it's basically just a bedroom and a bathroom. And it has access to the wheel, which the pirate captain needs. So all he has is a bed, little table. He's got a dresser, basics, because he's a pirate. He doesn't need anything but his boat. He also has a washroom with 2 sinks, just in case he has a lady friend over. Anyway, I put the tub in the middle here, hoping there was enough space to get around to the squatty potty. Because guess what? He's going to have a squatty potty. He's not going to have a real toilet. He's a pirate. He's lucky he has a squatty potty. Anyway, let's move down to the next level. So now this next level down is sort of the grand, entertaining area for our captain. He's got a table here with a chair right here. So he sits not at the head of the table or the foot of the table. He sits right smack in the middle where he can see everything and there's nothing behind him. He can check out all his gold, people sitting over in the sitting area. He's got fake little bars along the wall here. I mean, you can put real ones if you want, but these ones were cool. They look like barrels. He's got a gemology station, like he can make jewelry, because I'm sure pirates can do that. I don't know, haven't met one. So maybe it's true. Anyway, let's move on. So in this area, you can also access the next level down, or you can come out on the giant deck and just have pirate fights or whatever. The bow here you cannot access because it is a set piece. So it's just there for looksies, unfortunately. I know, sucks, but it is what it is. Now we're downstairs. So down here is where all of our pirate guys live, and the kitchen, and all of our rum bottles. Rum barrels. They're barrels. Barrels of rum. Our kitchen has 2 fridge units in here. We're going to pretend one is a freezer. And we just have a bunch of stuff on the floor. And the basics. They've got a copper sink, because they're pirates, and a stove. Basics, right? Anyway, you can come around either side here and head towards, underneath these stairs, there's also access to the lower level. There's still another level. Anyway, in the middle here, we have a sitting area where you could put a TV, but I didn't because they're pirates and they don't have a TV, okay? But you can for sure put one. I've also put jail-style bunk beds going on because we don't have hammocks. And I don't use any CC or modifications, or I don't use tool. And I also don't normally put debug items in. So for this build, I didn't put any debug. Anyway, my mouse is moving on and so should we. We're in the bathroom now where there was a shower in the middle, sinks on the side, and then 2 squatty potties hidden behind curtains in there as well. Now let's jump down to the lower level, which is basically our jail cell level. Now, all this is really decorative. Everything down here is a decorative sort of thing. We have a sitting area with a little fireplace, which makes no sense in a ship, but we have it and you can utilize it. It's fun. I also put in a bunch of boxes and storage items. I've put fake jail cells, so I did use the fake wall jail cells, not the ones you can actually use, just because these ones looked more realistic to a ship. That's all. And then I put chains here to hang your skeletons on because, of course, they probably captured prisoners and stuck them to chains. I'm just saying that's probably happened. Also, back here is just a bunch of storage and more rum bottles. And if you've noticed, I paid tribute to the movie and put some greenery over here as like seaweed and stuck a skeleton in there. And I'm pretending that it's, you know who's dad. Anyway, moving on. You may have noticed that I have placed access to board the boat on this side over here where I've built the deck. I wanted it behind the boat, so when you're looking at it from the sandy beach, all you see is just the boat in its glory and not the dock. Now it's time to move Captain Jack, who used to live here. Well, in my other save file, Captain Jack currently lives in a houseboat on that other lot, but we want to put him in here. So we're going to actually go to the gallery and we're going to look at the Captain Sparrow options. And there's a lot. There's actually a lot. I never looked at this. Before I built this, I didn't actually Google anything to do with the ship or the person. I just decided to build things and do it. This girl one's pretty cool. There's a ton of cool ones. Look at that. People are so talented. Oh, that one's doing like the hand symbols. That's cool. How'd you do that? You smarty pants. Anyway, let's go up and look for the most boring one. Oh, right here. There he is, because he's not a real pirate. He's just a fake one who is just hanging out in the Caribbean on a houseboat. So let's pick this dude. Clickety click. And we're going to place him in our household. So you can save your characters, your simmies, to the gallery and just place them in your other loads. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, we have to place him on an abandoned island because he can't afford the brown pearl. So luckily, we have an abandoned island already, and it's fitting to Mr. Sparrow's story, if you know it. So we're going to strand him on this island for a bit, let him tie hairs to a sea turtle or whatever it was he did. And after we motherload him up with money, we can buy the brown pearl. And now we can afford it. Actually, we got to move him over first. There's a lot of details to do before you can just get in here. So we're going to move him over. Yep. Now he owns it. Move him in. Keep it furnished 100%. And now here he is. He's like, wow, this is a pretty cool ship. I mean, it's a pretty basic ship for what I've seen other people build. But this one has no modifications, no custom content, and no debug items. It is basic. This is a basic ship, but still cool, with some fun features and a death trap. That's right, I put a death trap in. If you haven't noticed it yet, you're going to notice it real soon. And your sim is probably going to constantly try and use it. So that's fun. So now here he goes on the diving board, which we are using as a plank to walk the plank. Now you can see something's a bit fishy. He should be farther down, right? Yeah, no, he is floating. See, if you put a diving board on the second level of a home, your sim's going to dive into the area that he thinks is the pool, because it's supposed to be put on the edge of a pool, right? So here's my sim like, I can't go anywhere. I am now stuck floating in the sky. So this is 100% a death trap. Unless you sort of build something like this, where he immediately pops down to this level. So I figured maybe we should just put a little deck area down here. And that way when he tries to jump every time, we have something already in place that can save him. I mean, unless you don't want your sim to be saved and you want to use it as a plank, you can do that. Because it totally works. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put the stairs on that to make it look, appealing. And there's not really a good spot. Now he's going to swim around, and unfortunately he's going to use it again. And now what you have to do is you have to actually go into build mode to save him, because he doesn't just pop down to the deck. You have to go into build mode, and you have to just adjust the height of the deck. So here we go. Click on that and just adjust it, and he pops back down. It's a real quick fix if you want to save them. Okay? Anyway, up here you can't use that. You can view it. That's about it. You can act as a pirate at your pirate wheel, which I have showed that before, so that's fun. Unless you're glitching out, then you're doing it invisibly. So he's currently there playing on it, but you can't see him because the game had a problem. And now he's stuck again. So there are some issues that might happen if you send him off the plank. And there's easy ways to fix it. Just move the stairs and he pops back down. Ask him to go over here before you put the stairs back. And everything's hunky-dory. So you might want to rope off your plank and only open it when there's someone you want to walk on it. Yeah. Anyway, here he is squatting on his body. So that works. These are just decorative, like I've said. He can build jewelry. He can go down. Let's put him in this chair here just to show you that there is actually enough space for him to get around. See, it's not too squishy, even though it looks like it is. We'll just make sure he can get on one of these beds because that means he can get on all of them. Yep. And let's make sure he can use that squatty potty tucked behind the curtain. And I already know he can. See, here he goes. That's about it. The ladders, I did have to turn them around to get them to work for him to go down the stairs. Anyway, all this stuff is just mostly decorative down here. He's unhappy with me because I'm too busy showing you all this stuff. And he's like, what about me? Anyway, we're going to ask him, right. So we're going to ask him to go down the ladders. And of course he can't because I have them turned towards the wall here. And because they're under the stairs, he can't seem to figure that out. Oh, plus he's also floating again. For goodness sakes, like, come on, guy. Come over here. We're going to get him to go down the stairs and he can't. He's like, what do you mean? So all you had to do was turn them around. So the ladder had to be facing the other way and he could use it. So thank goodness that was an easy fix. But see, the handles, I guess he needs them on the other side. Fine, we'll switch it around. That's it. And now he can access every level. We're testing, pretty much testing is complete. There's nothing else I need to test. I know he can't go in the actual decorative jails. I already know that. This treasure box has nothing in it. I already know that. So yeah, that's basically it. We're going to have him cry out his problems in his bed, and then we'll assign the bed to him so he knows it's his. And now we'll just give him a minute to cry it out, and then he's going to go pretend to sail away, but he's not going to go anywhere, because we all know he's stranded in Sulani. He just realized it now.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning?
So this build will be on the gallery if you would also like your sim to walk the plank and float in air. You can save them or you can leave them. That is entirely up to you. But I hope you enjoyed this video and check out next Friday for whatever I bring to you then. I still have no idea what I'm going to do.